Yeah, I'm sorry. I cannot hear anything.
No, not working.
Can you hear me now? All right.
Yes.
Sorry for that. Okay. So yeah, I actually asked if it's okay I began the recording, but yeah, since no objections, I just started it. Welcome to the CNCF TAG meeting for environmental sustainability TAG for the project Kubernetes best practices. Today is Monday, the 1st of July, 2024, and the meeting is covered by the CNCF Code of Conduct, which can be summarized as be nice to other people, be respectful, be open, be welcome. You can read the Code of Conduct at the link here in the meeting notes, and I'll just share the meeting notes in the chat. I want to start off the meeting by welcoming any new members or attendees. I don't remember if Diana or Shana, you have been to the meeting before, but if not, you're welcome to introduce. No, you haven't. If not, you are welcome to introduce yourself if you want. It's completely voluntary. You don't have to, but if you want to introduce yourself, then you can do that.
I joined the main meeting with many people a while ago, and I started looking into all the projects. Everyone was kind enough to do a small presentation and show me how to get started, and I decided to try and join this one as well to get maybe an idea of where can I be useful. A few words about me. I work at CERN, and I decided to join because last summer we did a proof of concept for introducing Kepler in our Kubernetes clusters, and it's a nice subject, so I wanted to do some more work in this direction.
Thank you. Nice to have you here. Shana, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is Sarvaswa, and I was part of Green Software Foundation Ireland community, and then I came out about this link, and then this is my first meeting, and I want to see how the things will go. And I was also using the Kepler as a software in our Kubernetes cluster, so this is the first meeting, and I would be happy to contribute more in the upcoming meetings.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Nice to have you here. You're free to add yourself to the attendees list if you like. It helps highlight to the other members in the technical advisory group how many people normally attend these meetings. Again, it's completely voluntary. It seems that no one of you have been to this meeting here, so I'll just try to introduce the project to you so we can get a kind of quick understanding of what the project is about. So right here at the top of the meeting document, we have a link to a project tracking issue here, which is the full description of the goal of this project, the scopes, impact, and deliverables, and so forth. So basically, this project is to create a document or list of best practices for environmentally sustainable Kubernetes clusters. So our ambition is to kind of build you can say a sub page under the environmental sustainability tags website, where we kind of write what our recommendations for running environmentally sustainable Kubernetes clusters are. Yeah, and the goal is obviously to kind of create a document and leverage the trustworthiness of CNCF so that Kubernetes administrators can have a page or a place where they can go to if they want to optimize their Kubernetes clusters for environmental sustainability. Then they can go to this place and then get some authentic, or you'd say authoritative or trustworthy information about our recommendations for how to basically create environmentally sustainable Kubernetes clusters. So the deliverable is this guide or an actionable list of best practices. Yeah. So we've decided to that the process is so that we have this working document where we will write the the text itself, the best practices recommendations, and then we will review this informally, and then when we feel that the recommendation is good, then we can move it into the website or create a blog post with it to get some exposure and so forth. It is quite an informal process, I would say, to create recommendations. So basically, the process is normal that we discuss ideas here in this meeting, write them down, and if there's somebody who's willing to take up the idea, then we I can see if I can find it. Then we create issues in the environmental sustainability organization here on GitHub. So we create a backlog of issues with the recommendations that we want to kind of create. So it's completely community driven. It is driven by people who want to contribute to the you can say the environmental sustainability of Kubernetes clusters, want to contribute with time and information about how these clusters can be made more environmentally sustainable. Yeah, so we have two, recommendations, which is work in progress. So we are not close to done yet, but it will also be like an iterative process where we will refine and improve along the way. But right now, we at this stage in the project, we just want some recommendations, get some text done, and also get some review on it, and get something out to get it all started. Right. So does that say anything about how the project works? What is there anything any questions? Do you have any questions already?
Yeah, would you say the document is a perfect place to start?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So, yeah. But yeah, first then we kind of create some ideas, and then we create a tracking issues, or like the issues on GitHub, so that we can kind of track the progress and make sure we don't work on overlapping stuff, and also to make sure that the text rewrite makes sure and makes sense in the context of the project. Yeah. Any other issues or questions? Right. So I will move on to the to give a brief status on our work in progress sections. So we have two sections in progress. The first one is the repeat do all workloads need to run constantly. This section was primarily written by Graciano some weeks, maybe even months ago now. He contributed with some text, and it has been under review for some time. Yeah, so it is still in progress. We're waiting for Graciano to respond to the review comments. If he doesn't respond in some weeks, we'll figure out how to move forward with this wall of text, because some of these comments need to be addressed. But yeah, it's voluntary work, so we cannot force him or anyone to do anything. Yeah. Then we have the other issue recommendation, which is in progress, which is the repair how broken Kubernetes workloads lead to higher emissions. This recommendation is driven by Marta, who has submitted some text recently here. It is work in progress, so she are currently writing this, but she's also, as she wrote on Slack today, she is stepping back from her contributions for some months and now, so there will probably not be a lot of progress on this issue for some time. Yeah, but we hope that when she gets back or has more time to contribute, then it will be improved and be worked on again. Great.
One question, Jakob.
Yeah.
When I see the titles of this, like where I can see like who is contributing to this one, or like I am not able to say it, the name of the person.
To
if you
this
go to
one?
the Word, no, to the notepad, to the Word document. If you scroll up, here it says like work in progress, or like this one. If you scroll down,
this one,
work in progress, but I cannot see like who is contributing or like who is working on this one, or am I missing something?
Yeah. So this section here maps over to this tracking
and
issue. Yeah, and you can see that the assignee here is Marta.
Okay.
Sassim Bucks. Yeah. So that means that she is the one who basically leads this. It's open to contributions from anyone actually, but she is taking the lead on this section. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Great.
Thank
you. So I don't know how much, if you want to contribute, that would to this project, or if you just want to listen along, it's fine either way. But do you have any ideas for new sections already?
I have one thing, but I'm not sure if it is related to Kubernetes or not, but that's what we have faced in our environment. So we have a memory leak issue. And because of that, like the Kubernetes pod load is always more than 95%. So is there a way, like if it is always 95%, then we can maybe check like if memory leak is happening or something, or like it's just like very broad thing, but a very high level thing. But for example, like we forgot to add a statement like to close the body when we are receiving the content from the request. And if it is an invalid request, we were not closing the body, and it is leading the usage of all the Kubernetes port to 95%. And the memory leak happened, and it keeps on happening. And then the Kubernetes is restarting those ports. And again, like the memories goes to 90%, and it will restart the pod. And I'm not sure how it fits, or like is it already covered? Because I've not gone through all those things. So
yeah, it sounds like I guess that's a memory leak or something, but I guess that's not like what we can't fix application level issues, and that's not in scope for the project. So I guess if there's something we can do on the Kubernetes side of things, or if there's an issue that people generally face in the community, then we can create a section on writing this if you're open to contributing to it. But I don't think I can give you an exact answer on what to do about that.
Yeah, even like my description is a little bit vague, so maybe I will provide more description next time. So
yeah,
but actually, like I'm trying to say here, because then it just like pops up in my mind because from my recent experience.
Yeah. Feel free to also write a message in Slack, and then we can take it async as well.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Other than that, that was basically our recurring topics. So we'll move forward to the open discussion part of the meeting. So I've added one note here. So the other co-lead for the project, Marta, she's has just today mentioned that she will not be contributing to the project for some months now. So I will be the only lead for the project in some time. And as I'm going on a summer vacation or holiday soon, I'm thinking that for July, there will not really be any more. There will not be any meetings for the project because I have to be on vacation. So yeah, that's just something I wanted to mention. Yeah. Yeah. I'll just write the notes down. Okay. All right. Are there anything you'd like to discuss with me in this meeting? Because we don't really have anything else on the agenda.
I would say nothing from my side. I think I need to give it a go with a document and try to come up with some nice ideas, probably in Slack.
Yeah, it would really mean a lot if like it's completely voluntary, but we need more people to write text if we really want to get this recommendation out. So if you're up for it and want to contribute, then your contribution will be highly valued for this project. Because I think there's a lot of people running Kubernetes, and of those thousands or maybe even millions of companies, there must be, I guess, some companies that want to focus on their environmental sustainability, and they must, or I bet they would really benefit from a list of recommendations and best practices on this. So if you decide you want to contribute to this, I think it can make a large impact. Yeah.
It sounds great.
Yeah.
Probably one question that I have is there anything that is like pending because someone came up with idea but doesn't have the time to work on it?
Yeah. So in here we have a backlog of some issues, or you'd say ideas for recommendations. So For example, I have this idea with writing a recommendation about cluster autoscaling / right sizing. I've even not got to write any text to it yet, because I don't have that much time for leading this project other than what I'm doing already. But yeah, and there's also one here about writing about the importance of the physical location of the data center. So, for example, if you run a data center in Sweden versus Ireland, it is more environmentally sustainable to run it in Sweden, for example, because of the very low carbon intensity in the electricity grid. So,
Yes.
yeah. So basically, yeah, these backlog items you can contribute to, and then we also have some like in the idea scratch pad here. So basically, we normally, if we get an idea for a recommendation, we write it here on the scratch pad, discuss it in a meeting, and then if we find it to be fit for this project, then we create a issue here, and then assign a contributor to the idea, and then the person will work on the text. But we can also, it's also possible to do it on Slack, like this discussion. It doesn't have to be in the meeting. If you really want to work on something, then we can figure something out in between meetings. Yeah.
All right, thank you. Because I saw the backlog, but also the backlog has people assigned, so I don't want to skip one.
But so yeah, it has people assigned, but like generally, like in open source, the person who actually does the work is the person who decides to just go ahead and do it. So as with a lot of other things, you don't like, there's no really formal commitment to do anything, right? So even though some people are assignees, you could, like, what I would recommend is maybe if you find, for example, this backlog item interesting, then write a comment asking the assignees if they are working on it or moving forward, and maybe saying that you would like to contribute to it. And then if they don't respond, then you can just go ahead, and if they respond with something, then take it from there. Yeah.
Thank you. Sounds great.
Yeah. Anything else you'd like to talk about or hear? Any questions?
Nothing from my side. I will take a look at the document, because I think without a reference, it's very difficult to say anything.
Yeah, fair enough. All right. If not, then I will say thank you for coming to this meeting. I really hope to see you again in the next meeting. I will write out on Slack for the next meeting. I forgot to do it for this one. Sorry. And as always, you can just write on Slack if there's anything. So thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.